there's many different ways you could move to Australia. For example, you might start with a single individual. Um, they're single, they're young, they're looking to come to Australia as an expat, have a new job, or maybe as a backpacker, go to the farm, pick some fruits, and then travel around Australia. You have a client, let's pick the husband, who is a temporary resident, a foreign person, who decides to then buy the house in Australia under his name. Then all of a sudden he's getting slapped with additional stamp duty and then additional land tax, right? And then once that property is in that person's name, it's hard to then restructure without giving rise to additional stamp duty or additional land tax. That's an important one to bear in mind, because as you look at these rules, you could be kind of figure out, how do I satisfy this? It's hard to satisfy, but the tax treaty can sometimes come in to save the day, because they might allocate tax residency to the state where the individual has a permanent home, or where their personal or economic connections are closer. Immediately before COVID, so 2020 around, he came to Australia while his main residence back in the overseas jurisdiction was going through substantial renovations. Now, his parents were elderly, so he wanted to have access to them and be close to them. So his reason to the tax office was, well, because COVID was happening, I think that could be the first question you ask. It could be that only Rachel and the daughters want to be here, and Nick still wants to straddle between two countries, right? Or it could be that Nick wants to come in eventually, because being away from the family, only coming into Australia 45 days is a bit too little.